Hi, this is Sarah from Align with Sarah. It's been a long time since I made a video. I think that's just me talking and sharing my experience. So it feels great to be back here and sharing a little bit about my journey. Um, I love sharing what's going on with my personal growth experience and what tools I'm using, what I'm learning, how I'm growing. Um, And this month, so for February, the theme is heal thy or love thyself and heal thyself. The first section of the blog post says it very, very well that there's an order to that and it's very important. And I'm going through this experience of connecting to the self love, the self value, living in integrity, and how well that serves me as my being learning, going through the things that show up in my life. And I have like the most insane stories, a lot of them. Like sometimes when I think about them, I don't even want to tell people because I'm like, I don't even think they'll believe me because they're so crazy. And I'm very frequently, I mean, they're like insane, like novels that you would be like, who even thinks of this stuff? It's crazy. And this last couple days is no different. New story, new wildness that's hard for me to get my head around. And it's taught me, it's helped, like I've noticed, listen, and shifting into this place of like, weirdest crap happens to me. And like, it's super bonkers. So, why am I so iffy about putting super bonkers positive stuff on my vision boards and in my goals for my business? And um, reaching things that I have for my financial goal are way less bonkers than hundreds of other things that have happened to me in my life. And I feel like it's given me this freedom to acknowledge that. Just feel like ask for something bonkers. Positive bonkers is also out there. And I'm also reminded of the power of the vision board. Getting a little iffy here. I put one thing in the center of my vision board, and it's a mantra that Louise Hayes offered as what she does. And uh, every day saying, everything in my life supports me. Everything in my life supports me. And the energy of that, the power of those words and the energy that comes through there is inviting in that thing that I want, support, um, acknowledging it, saying, look, I'm tuned into this. Everything in my life supports me. Everything is in my life because I choose to have it in my life. And if things need sorting out for clarity, uh, when we're open to that experience of truly wanting everything in our life, everything in my life to support me, there's things that naturally slough off. And there's the other experience of boundary setting, which in the newsletter, I introduced that thought of self love is defined as boundaries. And that's it. That's the end of the definition for what I'm offering, what I believe, what my focus is. And boundaries also really reveal the nature of the things in our lives, in my life, in your life. And the blog post this month goes through my reflections about boundaries and barriers and even body armor when we don't have boundaries and barriers. And how we can notice where we need boundaries if we have barriers that are sucking up all of our energy to maintain them because they're not permanent. They're just these things we slap up to corral chaos. Getting iffy again. And boundaries are things that we can talk about, things that we can say, like even basic needs, and not justify them, not have an excuse for why we need them, not have anything attached to them. And these can be big or little. I go to bed at 10:30. I don't do social media. I prefer conversations to text messages. I, we could, I require this in a relationship. I require this for my financial needs, my financial goals, and setting a boundary with expenses out or boundaries with, employees that might be taking away from the value of work, the um, experiences of money out, the doubt that we have, that's a limiting belief. There's some weird barrier there of why we can't get X, Y, or Z money or the thing in the relationship or the job that we love or fill in the blank for whatever. There's a limiting belief that slapped up a barrier that is maintaining that barrier is sucking up all of your energy. And it could be keeping bad things out. It could be keeping bad things out that we think are there and they aren't there. And it could also be keeping good things from flowing in. So there's a lot. Each month, that piece of wellness that I focus on, it really seems to be getting deeper and deeper into these places I need to heal and these changes that are showing up in my life. And it's overwhelming. I can see the bigger picture. I'm like totally in tune with the journey, but um, it's hard with my skills that I have. Everything that I offer in my practice are things that I needed in my life for the last 25 years. So I used them, they helped me, I learned more about them, I became certified, I got the training, I did whatever. And overall, knowing that I'm living in integrity, impeccability, those principles of Reiki, the honesty that I show up with every day, and I do my best. And um, I'm always focusing on facilitating healing, including with my own. Um, and then I share that with whoever might want to listen or whoever is drawn to it for needing that information in their own time. I think that's all for my notes here, and just that whole process of the boundaries, the self-value, the recognizing, noticing, listening, shifting, that love, that is all part of the love thyself. And at the same time, and moving forward, is the whole process of heal thyself, and knowing that this thing that's happening is hard or sucks or makes me uncomfortable or challenges me. Um, it's also pushing me out of my comfort zone. It's also creating a space for me to grow. Um, and it might be best to understand it as um, everything in my life supports me. Make that statement as true as possible. I can't control other people's behavior. I can't control who's in my life. I can't control, I want to say, I can't control my destiny, but I don't think those are the words I want. I can't control the future. I think that's more of what I'm trying to say. But learning from my past and being involved in my moment creates a space where that journey of healing is easier for me to find. And I always have that choice. I can go back to crappy this or crappy that, or like no money, or this thing or that thing, or the energy vampire that draws all my energy out. Or I can recognize a comfort zone that is a dysfunction zone and make a choice to move forward towards the thing that arrives to me and is something that supports me. Everything in my life supports me. All right, that's a good final thought. Um, Thank you for being here. Please consider liking this video, sharing a comment, um, and watch another video. The blog posts for this month, it's available on the website alignwithsarah.com. It's also available in audio here in the podcast tab on the YouTube channel. And I will recognize February. We're here in this last week or so of the month, and we have the Heart Wall special, which is offered at a special price, 3 sessions for removing that heart wall. If you want to learn more about the heart wall, I will have a link in the description to take you to some resources about that and the benefits of removing it. And I guess that's it. I'll talk to you again real soon.